Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny De Lillo and we're here at the South Park Center, and I'm here with Patrick Fritz with his movie Elijah. Let's take a look at the clip. Patrick, congratulations on Elijah, and thank you very much for being here with us. For those that haven't seen your film, tell us a brief synopsis.
Well, thank you guys for having us first off, and basically Elijah is a queer coming-of-age film and featuring diverse LGBTQ characters. So the film centers around a granddaughter struggling with her sexual identity and coming out. One night in the attic, she discovers these long-lost photos. They haven't seen the light of day in over 50 years. And the photos are of someone she recognizes, her grandpa Vince, as a young man. And what's the stunning thing about these photos is that Grandpa Vince is posing intimately with a black ballet dancer. And this is a revelation for her because she's struggling with coming out. So the next day she works up the courage and she tells Grandpa that she's lesbian, that she likes girls, and from there our story takes an unpredictable turn, and it's a fun ride for everyone. So
Patrick, this movie, like me and my partner watched this and bawled our eyes out. It was so beautiful in so many different ways. There's so many elements in there that was so magical and wonderful to watch, and I was so appreciative to be able to experience it. Where did the inspiration come for you in deciding to create this story?
Well, inspiration came from all over the place, but in particular, it started about a year ago during the holiday season. I was at a writing brainstorming session with a producer who's also a dear friend of mine, and we were at their house. And we're coming up with all these ideas, nothing was really flowing. And I look at the side table and there are these two cameras. It was an 80-year-old camera from Moscow, Russia. And so you think about the history back then of what this camera had seen. I thought, what if that camera still had film inside it? What would be there? And at the same time, I'm trying to think, well, what's something near and dear to my heart, personal LGBTQ story? And I thought, there's something there. You know, if you look on the Instagram page LGBT History, you can often see these beautiful couples, same-sex couples from the first half of the 20th century. And these are photos that were never meant to see the light of day, which makes them all the more special. So it was those kind of two ideas, plus a lot of writing and rewriting to get Elijah to where it was. And I'm really happy with it. But that's where the inspiration came from.
I just want to say your cast, how did that come about? Because they were perfect.
Well, thank you for that. The cast, basically, I started casting alongside our producer, Michael Schwartz. We both, worked very aggressively, going through all the local casting sites to find this brilliant cast. And out of that, we found most, but not all. We found Erin McIntosh, who plays the role of Erin. It's a wonderful job that she did. We found all our younger cast, but we had to turn to a casting director by the name of Jamie Beebe, who is wonderful and terrific at what she does, and she helped us find our older actors, which are often tough to find in LA. So
sadly,
so John Colton played the role of Vince. Amazing. And he lent his professional experience on many shows to us, and then Lester Latham played the role of Elijah. And they were both there last night.
It was so wonderful. It was so great to see them in the audience, and it was very special. One thing that I love that you articulated through this relationship between granddaughter and grandfather was just this photo element and discovery of taking photos. And was that something that was important for you? Because the way you brought that out, this energy of photography was just beautiful, that you just connected both of them together.
It's definitely a visual element we used.
It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and it comes through multiple times, but I'm glad you picked up on that. I have to always go back to how can we make this scene visual or without dialogue? And so that's what happened when we found the photos from the 1950s, and then that's what we did to encourage them to bond and really get to know each other, because she's rediscovering her grandpa in a totally new way.
A way she never expected.
Right, and so that's why I felt that the images and the arts and crafts and things, it was a bold choice, but I think that was a visual way of getting that done.
Your audience could take so much from it. I mean, I took so much from it on so many different levels. You know, was there specific messaging or kind of an essence of morality that you wanted your audience to take from your film?
Right, there's a couple of things. So first off, our film is taking complex LGBTQ subject matter and themes, and it's kind of normalizing that into a mainstream experience. You know, the filmmaking that we employed, a Spielbergian sense of working, as well as the color and production design choices, we took these big themes of elder wisdom and acceptance and the support and champion of family, and we cast those themes onto traditionally marginalized characters, and that was really important for me to have that juxtaposition. And the other thing I would say is no one is as they seem. So, you know, you never know what your 88-year-old grandfather is thinking. And in this case, with Aaron's revelation, this is a total surprise. And you know, quite honestly, he would have just waited out the clock and not ever had this experience to come out had he not had this little push from his granddaughter. So really having the courage to face your fears, get out of your comfort zone, no matter how hard it is, and it gets harder as you get older. And then I would also say no one is as they seem. There's always more layers than meets the eye.
100%, and I think there was a wondrous respect that I think, you know, I mean, it's a little bit, it's not the best, but it's a little bit easier in those essences of coming out today, and we should respect those people who've also fought or gone through harder times, you know, before us as well. Never kind of forget that, and you brought that all together, which was so wonderful.
Thank you.
What is next for you?
So what's next is we've got more film festivals first off, where we're going to hype up Elijah, and we're going to, you know, get it out to as many eyes that are willing to see. And then we're doing that because we've got a feature film coming up, and it's going to be the feature version of Elijah.
So fantastic.
We are really excited about that.
Well, the greatness is those characters you gave us that left me wanting more. So I'm so glad that there is going to be a feature in the works, because you know, I'm excited for that. Patrick, I'm so happy by your vision and what you stand for as a filmmaker and what you're trying to give out to the world in the filmmaking world. It's very, very important, and we need more people like you to keep making more movies for us as well.
Thank you so much, and thank you again to NewFilmmakers LA for everything they did for us, and we're just happy to have a chance to screen and get the word out both about the film and the feature version coming up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick.